Well. As not expected, India हार गई भाई, like by 4 runs, and it wasn't convincing that we. I mean, it was a convincing loss for West Indies standards, but I did not see this coming at all. India had West Indies at all times, bro. Like her, मतलब bowling stupendous था. I mean, of course, this question on Akshar Patel's bowling. What I was, I was worried about this exactly. This pitch was made for this kind of bowler, and he's still not able to pick up wickets. But more or less, like, did you see this coming, Mustafa?
Not really, but we knew that it would be a competitive game because when we saw the team on paper, toss पे हम
Yeah,
like देख रहे थे India का थोड़ा inexperienced है, West Indies का it looks solid team, and this is why we keep
yeah.
saying भाई IPL में जो मारते ये वो उतना मत करो. Like so
नहीं,
many
हाँ.
people said गायकवाड़ को खेलो T20 World Cup में, Rahul को drop करो, Rohit Sharma. This is the reason why we don't do it, because look, you lost against a team who's not even qualifying for World Cups and stuff against West Indies, and they're a good team. At the same time, these players, like, it will take them time. International cricket is a different ball game altogether. You're up against some good players. Even though West Indies have been struggling in T20, they do still have Pooran, they have Powell, Holder. We saw Akil
Hmm.
Hussain, man, the guy was brilliant
Oh,
today
yeah,
again. And
yeah,
I felt that West Indies played what they played two spinners less, right, compared to India, and they still
yeah,
managed to
yeah, yeah.
defend. It was a low score. We've seen these kind of low score battles in the IPL, and yeah, they haven't learned. But again, it's not something that I'm really shocked about this result. With this kind of team, you will have hiccups because you're backing youngsters, and IPL, it's not the same as IPL. It's international cricket, so थोड़ा सा रहेगा.
ठीक है भाई, आईपीएल नहीं है, इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट ही है, लेकिन ऑन द कॉन्ट्री जो आईपीएल में मार रहा था उन्हें तो भी कम से कम हैड फैंटास्टिक डेब्यू. तिलक वर्मा को शाउट आउट, अ ब्रिलियंट कैच, ही टुक अ ब्रिलियंट कैच. आई थिंक जबरदस्त डिस्टेंस कवर करा टू टेक, आई थिंक जॉनसन चार्ल्स कैच, जो ही कॉट, रनिंग
जबरदस्त
अबाउट
कैच था वो, जो भाग के
जबरदस्त कैच
लेके
था,
गया.
भाग के लेके गया. एंड देन अगेन 39 जो मारा, ही केम आउट लाइक निकोलस पुरन, ब्रो. लाइक ही केम स्मैश टू सिक्सेस. इट वाज अ गुड डेब्यू फॉर तिलक वर्मा. सूर्य कुमार यादव, हमारे ईशान किशन का छोड़ो, चलो फर्स्ट मैच उन्होंने खराब खेला. शुभमन गिल, अगेन आई वाज अ लिटिल बिट डिसअपॉइंटेड बाय शुभमन गिल, particularly the way he got out when he knew it was a wicket that was turning. Why just come out so early in the game? थोड़ा बहुत सेटल होके मारना था, पर चलो ठीक है, आप T20 के हिसाब से भी देखे तो it was not a good shot to even play. अंडर एस्टिमेट कहीं ना कहीं दिखा मेरे को, कहीं ना कहीं आगे जाके 148 149 का टोटल अंडर एस्टिमेट करने की वजह से ये हार हुई है. चाहल हैड अ गुड स्टार्ट, फिर आप अक्षर पटेल को कहीं को लाके खराब कर दिया रिदम. अच्छा चल रहा था, फिनिश कर देना था चाहल को. अब वहां पे फिर कुलदीप भाई आगे, कुलदीप भाई भी he held the fort, but the minute Akshar Patel came out, he gave out 22 runs in 2 overs. That was not probably a good tactic, I feel, from Hardik Pandya.
Yeah, I think Akshar Patel, honestly, like you saw how Akil Hussain bowled, this pitch is actually suiting bowlers like him. So I don't think I think it was a good
Yeah.
call from Hardik Pandya. It was bad execution from Akshar Patel. I think he has to learn, like, what he did wrong. The pitch was a bit slow. I think when he was trying to fire it in a bit too much.
Mm.
I don't know exactly what he was trying to do, but he has to learn from this because it wasn't a pitch that was hard for him, anything like that. Also,
Yeah.
left-hander against, we knew that he's going to go after, the left-handers will go after him as well. We knew that Kuldeep will turn the ball away, this guy will turn the ball
Yeah,
in.
from
So wo bhi
inside, yeah.
matchup ka thoda issue tha. Maybe captaincy wise he could have been a bit alert, but it wasn't a pitch where, if I'm captain, I'm giving him the ball. That's all I'm saying. It's just that
Correct. No,
execution was
it was
poor.
suiting them. Those kind of batsmen, I think, a bowler. I mean, I agree
Yeah,
what your point is, but again, Akshar Patel should have probably bowled a little bit
yeah,
fuller. Maybe he
wo
bowled
to,
too in line to like getting hit and stuff like that, and easily
yeah.
pulling away. But yeah, Arshdeep was again a little bit expensive. You could see 4 wides dal diye, काफी issues थे उनके bowling में भी, but he did pick up 2 wickets. I think 149 from bowlers, I wouldn't really be that against them
Yeah, it's a
because
chaseable score. Like, ठीक
it's
है,
just
तो
a
wicket
score.
slow था, it was a difficult wicket, but maybe 5-10 runs extra दिए होंगे, लेकिन फिर भी like 150 is chaseable. ऐसा नहीं है कि 170 180 chase कर रहे हैं आप.
Hmm.
I think the batsman should have taken more responsibility. No matter what the wicket was, you still got close. I think there was some poor shots selection, like you mentioned, Shubman Gill. He
Hmm.
just stepped out for no reason there. And it's also about tempo wise. ये जब थोड़ा wicket tricky रहता, right? You have to try to adjust when to accelerate, when not to. कभी कभी एक shell में आप चले जाते और आपका run rate बढ़ते रहता. कभी कभी आप over aggressive होकर आप wicket चलाते. So in these kind of tricky chases, you just need somebody, and I think that's where the captain Hardik Pandya needs to take responsibility. He should understand कि भाई ऐसा है situation, ये wicket ऐसा है, we need to play in a certain kind of tempo and adjust a bit. Because अगर आप देखो, on a tricky wicket, if you go both ways, you can suddenly lose momentum and lose the game. That's exactly what happened today. You have to thoda sa plan a bit better, and single double. I know it's easy. हम लोग यहाँ पे बैठ के बोल रहे हैं, but still, like in these kind of chases, you have to be a bit more alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need to more than alert. I think, like you said, patient होने का इतनी जल्दी क्या है आपको मैच खत्म करने की ऑलरेडी 150 का स्कोर है आराम से खेलो भाई ऐसा मसला नहीं है वंस विकेट थोड़ी बहुत संभले थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आ रही देन आई गेस आप जाके एक्सेलरेट करो अब आप देखो व्हेन हार्दिक पांड्या केम आउट ही स्टार्टेड स्मैशिंग 2-3 बाउंड्रीज ही गॉट फिर वो भी बॉल्स कंज्यूम करने लगे सेम में संजू सैमसन लाइक उसका तो खैर रन आउट अच्छा अच्छा कायल में फैंटास्टिक बिट ऑफ फील्डिंग एंड सूर्या कुमार द सेम लाइक ही केम आउट छक्का मारा वो बट अगेन इट वाज लाइक बहुत dreaded था बहुत like they were not able to get reading of the ball and I think yeah, Surya Kumar's capability and he's played on this pitch already these guys really need to have finished the game I think it कहीं ना कहीं 149 बहुत light ले लिया and they just you know didn't and again with comparison to West Indies team West Indies had lesser spinners they bowled more fast bowlers which would have been a more advantage for India.
Exactly, that's what I was also surprised about. उन लोग दो स्पिनर लेस खिलाए बट फास्ट बॉलर्स भी अच्छा वेरी करे आप देखो पेस भी अच्छा वेरी करे उन लोग पिच विद पिचिंग द बॉल in the perfect areas. They use the slower ball really well as well. They use the cutters, so they played according. They read the pitch, and no matter what resources they had, they made the most of it. Yeah, Ubid Mokai again. One thing I would say, Surya Kumar at least he didn't get out to a left-hander. It was a good, really good catch. Hetmeyer, acha catch tha, and he got out.
What a catch!
Yeah, it was a really good catch. But apart from that, if you see Ubid Mokai, Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd also thoda expensive है उन्हें भी 2 wickets. For me, the pick of the bowlers though was Akil Hossain. Imagine they play two more spinners, it would have been a bit even more difficult for India at this stage.
Yeah, 100%. I think they play two, and that's what's more upsetting, भाई जब spinners नहीं है वेस्ट इंडीज के पास और आपका particularly जो मेन वेपन था अकील हुसैन खत्म हो गया था like in the quick hours of the innings and उसके बाद खाली पेस bowlers थे आप like you said आप guided down to third man guided down to covers रन लेते रहो बदलते रहो make them मजबूर कर दो भाई कि फील्ड सेट ऐसा करो कि भाई थोड़ा बहुत यू नो बाउंड्रीज की तरफ या मे बी अब आप वन स्टील करे तो देन आप ओवर कवर्स मारो आप ओवर डीप मिड विकेट मारो like wait till it happens like the changes happen the captain will also get frustrated but आप you know rile up होके आप you know over confident होके आप विकेट भी फेंक दिए फिर आप you know खत्म भी नहीं करे मैच but yeah I mean चलो ठीक है फर्स्ट मैच है अभी 5 और हैं 4 और हैं 2 अमेरिका में भी हैं but still it's not a good best of starts to begin.
But what I would say is I much rather this because देखो मेरे को मालूम था कि it won't be cakewalk when you're playing youngsters. You know जब बोलते राहुल को निकालो रोहित को निकालो कोहली को निकालो को यही प्रॉब्लम होने वाला है. Like you know it's not like the youngsters will come and smash it. They're not better players than the players who are playing right now or who played for India in the last 2 years. But at least it's a learning curve. At least यहाँ पे गलतियां कर रहे हैं आप जाके ICC की स्टेज में नहीं कर रहे. They have a good year to build for that next World Cup and यहाँ पे आप गलतियां करो कोई बात नहीं आप ये मैच हार गए कोई बात नहीं यहाँ से आप सीखो और आप improve करो. That's what I don't mind. Like I don't mind taking this loss. ऐसा नहीं आप हर मैच तो जीतने नहीं वाले बट आप गलतियां यहाँ पे करो एंड अगर आप यंगस्टर्स को चांस देंगे पहले से तो उन लोग तैयार होंगे जाके वर्ल्ड कप तक पर वहां पे मे बी उन लोग के जो मिस्टेक्स होंगे वो लिमिट होंगे. So I don't have a problem with if they lose or they win these kind of games but at least they're getting the chance getting the opportunity and I know that they're going to fail at times especially because this like I said the standard is not like IPL standard it's a much higher standard but at least now they'll get used to it they'll get into that rhythm फिर उन लोग भी improve करेंगे. अब देखो तिलक वर्मा he has a lot of confidence now he'll learn how to finish a game. That's the next step. I mean it was a really good start for him but now he'll say कि भाई मैं 30 of 20 था मैं set batsman था मैं खत्म करना था मैच. He will learn this in 6 10 15 20 games down the line but at least अभी कर रहा हूँ rather than next year just before the World Cup, right?
Yeah, I make situations like situation में practically सोच के फिर you know he can understand like he's getting practical first hand experience in these situations and then like he can work on that. But two things I like that. First, Tilak Verma's debut. A few words on those. How did you find his batting and the way he was very alert in the field as well. I think वही debut के थोड़े nerves जो रहते calm हो गए थे उसके and yeah, just how did you find Tilak Verma?
Yeah, youth, exuberance, exciting, very confident as well. I think the way his shot selection, we've seen it in the IPL, the way he translated into the international stage, I think really good. Brilliant. He's a player to watch out for. You mentioned, you know, middle order में India को थोड़ा सा तकलीफ होती रहती. He could be a vital cog in that middle order. You know, he can rotate the strike too. He's not scared of any bowling. He likes to be aggressive and especially in the T20 format, he could have a very bright future for India, 100%. And it's a good start. Now it's about learning and trying to keep improving and hopefully stay consistent. Of course, he will make mistakes. He will still very young, but this is a very good start to his career.
Yeah, and a word on Jason Holder, like he was getting criticized, like because काफी times he was leaking runs World Cup qualifier. Maybe he wasn't in the best of forms, but आज 10 run in the last over picks up like 3 runs only in that, and I think also a wicket in the end. But yeah, Jason Holder's last over, man, how good was that?
Yeah, I mean, really good. This is what experience gives you. And yes, he did have a poor few games earlier. Not the best of years, but the way he bowled today, outstanding. Look at that economy rate as well,
Yeah,
4.75
man.
with T20
And
in a
a fast
T20 game.
bowler on this kind of a pitch. That's what's
Yeah,
like. Yeah.
I mean, it shows that he has experience. He is very talented. He's played, multiple T20 games, leagues. He's played in different conditions. And he's a very experienced bowler. He can handle nerves because of experience. And his execution today was outstanding, especially in that last over, Zabardast.
Yeah, Bilkul. And I mean, I think it was him who, no, it was him who got smashed. No, Sanju, sir, that was Sandy. But like for Rajasthan Royals, I think he had one or two games that he wasn't very particularly, he got smashed around as well. So I think, yeah, the year that he's had a lot of learnings, and now you can see that learning into implementation. And basically, what you're saying with regards to the batting of India, they will go through problems, they will go through problem thing. But World Cup scenario, ke time, you can't probably bring a year KL Rahul if they're not going to face these things, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
फिर भी यार like five T20s है, probably they'll bounce back next again. Hardik Pandya being him confident self, being his more taking the responsibility kind of self, saying we made a lot of mistakes, and you can't afford those mistakes, and you sort of lose because of them, and we learn, he'll come back and stuff. But I think West Indies ke liye it's a good start.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think batting first, that was a good decision in the end because the pitch was getting slower. It was getting difficult to bat on.
yeah.
I think good call from the captain over there. At one stage, I thought this would be easy chase for India and everything, but then, like you said, the bowlers they did their job. Very good planning as well, good field placements, and very good line in lengths. They read the pitch. I think when they were batting, they understood कि slowish wicket है. समझ में आ गया था कि they can be competitive.
Mm,
So yeah, I mean, credit to the West Indies. This is a decent team, right? It's not like
yeah.
what we saw in the tests or one days. I think this is stronger than that. They have a
Yep.
really good middle order as well. पूरन भी 100% नहीं चला बट ये पिच के लिए अच्छा ही खेल लिया उन्हें रॉबिन
Boy,
पावर
बहुत
आल्सो
जबरदस्त खेला, बहुत जबरदस्त आके he changed the rhythm of the game as soon as he came. He smashed those two sixes and just made everyone
कड़क
alert that
शॉट आते उसके
Major League Cricket was not a waste of time. Major League Cricket, helped him get back in rhythm. And yeah, I mean, I've seen him live. He when he smashes it, it's a
He's
delight to
solid
watch.
player, man. And Fez in the first T20, he was playing for West Indies B, right? He was
Yeah.
like a very young guy at that time. Maybe he was like 18 or thing. He hit a shot and it cracked my laptop screen because I was sitting in the media box and the shot, I think. And since then, I've never forgotten his name because at that
Uh-huh.
time he wasn't known, right? Nicholas Puran.
Uh-huh.
I think who there was Rutherford was playing with him, and those two were like the guys to watch out for the West Indies. So yeah, like since then I've never forgotten him. But क्या player है यार, but you also saw probably one of his best innings
Yeah,
too. Like it was
yeah,
incredible.
Sunriser Lucknow Super Giants. I can't forget the sixes. I can't forget the thing. अंशुल भाई से मैंने पहले ही कहा था कि ये
भाई
T20 सीरीज हार्ड होगी इंडिया के लिए. संजू is not a
बिल्कुल
number six batsman. Number six
मैं
batsman.
सहमत हूँ. He's not a number 6 batsman.
He didn't look like. But again, run out हुआ again. I mean, थोड़ा बहुत maybe acclimatization.
संजू 3-4 खेलना.
2024 T20 वर्ल्ड कप ऐसे पिच देगी आईसीसी को.
अगर यहाँ पे है तो फिर शायद वैसी होगा मगर अब अभी पता
और
नहीं
वही है
confirm
ना,
नहीं है.
it's in Caribbean and the US, right? That's
But it's
where
not
the
100% confirmed, right?
I'm not sure.
There
Yeah,
is talks
probably
that they might not be ready. If they're not ready, then
infrastructure.
England.
Yeah.
Yeah, अगर
हाँ,
ready है तो
इंग्लैंड
ठीक है पर ऐसी pitches
इंग्लैंड
नहीं
में गए
चाहिए.
तो हो गया भाई. अमेरिका में ही कर लो भाई, थोड़ा बहुत बजट में आ
England,
जाता.
England में go London, baby.
Yeah.
संजू का 1 down and सूर्या को 2 down सबसे. Yeah, मैं भी सहमत हूँ. I agree. I'm in
सूर्या,
agreement.
yeah, सूर्या खैर सूर्या कहीं भी खेल सकता है. I think T20 का I don't have a lot of tension
But
for Surya
T20 में
Kumar
first,
Yadav.
your best player should face the most deliveries. So I think that's fine. Like Sanju 1 down, Surya 2 down.
Yeah.
That's a good way. I mean, Tilak Verma bhi hai right now, so I don't know kaisa karte. So maybe Sanju at 5, Surya at 4, but 6 mein nahi baitha hone barabar. I agree with that.
But yeah, overall, I mean, India could have done much better. They should have done much better. I think Ishan Kishan, I won't call out on him today because, like, chalo, he's been having a good string of runs and it's just one off day for them. And Shubman Gill just poor short selection. Hardik Pandya again. I mean, he came out guns blazing, but then he just got bowled by Jason Holt. Like, he got bamboozled. And again, this is where I'm talking about how he has to understand what he's bringing to the table. He's like the most important Indian player from now up till the World Cup, till like whenever he's there, he's going to, because he's the only one whose spot is probably permanent. I mean, Virat and Rohit, yes, but he will have a permanent spot.
या 100% हार्दिक पांड्या
Yes.
मैं क्या बोलूं उसके ऊपर मेरे को मालूम है ये प्रॉब्लम्स है उसके साथ मैं तो पहले बोल चुका हूँ लाइक पीपल वर कंपेयरिंग हिम टू बेन स्टोक्स एंड स्टफ आई टोल्ड यू देयर लेवल्स टू दिस गेम इज नॉट ऑन दैट लेवल येट बट look he's still a very talented player he still has the shots he has we've seen him in even for India not just IPL or anything even for India he's played some really good innings with the ball also he's been I think main thing is fitness bro he needs to work on his fitness if he can be fully fit results will come because usme talent hai
Yeah.
and even if he's not fit look at Ben Stokes right I think the difference is also I don't really know, but maybe the body structure, maybe what, because Ben Stokes, even if he's injured, he still comes and smashes it. With Hardik Pandya, if he's injured, he doesn't have that same rhythm. It takes him time. But you're right. He's someone who can change the complexion of the game. He's someone who has that ability to hit you like 6 sixes and win the game for you. With the ball, he can influence. He's a very important
I
player.
think that's the
Let's see
main
what
thing.
happens.
That's the main thing with Ben Stokes. Like, even if he doesn't bowl, it's okay, and if he just comes out to bat. But for Hardik Pandya, he somewhere down the line maybe always needs to bowl. At least out of 4 times, 2 times he has to bowl. So that
But
is
even
where
when
it
he
gets
wasn't bowling, right? When he wasn't bowling, when he was just playing as a batter, at that time also, like, in crucial situations, he
Mm.
was succumbing under pressure. And that's where you need someone like him. He's like probably in his prime age, what, 29, 30. This is the time for him. After 2, 3
Yeah.
years, you won't be able to sustain both batting and bowling. So I think this is the time for him. This year is the time for Hardik Pandya. If he can be fully fit and play a bit more fearlessly. I know he's trying to get into this MS Dhoni role or something. I'm not really sure about that. I think just play how he plays, man. Play, it's in your zone, smash it. Peak Hardik Pandya, I remember for Mumbai Indians and for India, उन्हें आके कैसा लगातार छक्के मारता था, उन्हें नहीं रुकता था.
Yeah.
अभी तो रुक के खेल रहा, वो
And
कर
he
रहा.
should get a good bat under the ball. वैसा वाले
Yeah.
sixes मारता था, उठा के
Yeah,
जो
and that's
मारता
how
था.
you apply pressure to the opposition. If you're trying to soak in the pressure from one end, it's not going to work. Even in the Pakistan game, we were very lucky that
Very
Virat
lucky.
Kohli
Yeah.
played a miracle. Otherwise, Hardik Pandya बहुत slow कर दिया था वो chase. अगर आप देखें तो that 28 of 9 was because of his innings. He wasn't getting the boundary. He wasn't rotating the strike. He consumed too many dot balls. And if it wasn't for a bit of luck and Virat Kohli's genius, we wouldn't have won that game. And that's where I think Hardik Pandya needs to be a bit more aggressive. He gets out, it's okay. I don't think we need him to play anchor. We have other players there. We have other people who can come. He just needs to come and play his natural game, try to hit sixes and apply pressure on the opposition. If he hits fast like 30 of 10 balls, it completely changes the complexion of the game. Rather than 20 of 20, it's not going to really help us.
Yeah, 100%. I think he needs to just sort out his responsibility or role himself. I think no one can tell him what he has to do. I think he has to figure it out himself. कि भाई मैं कैसा comfortable हूँ, कैसा खेलने को लिए. Am I aggressive guy? Am I a middle guy? Or am I like, if you are a middle guy, then you start off slow and then you end up quick, but you have to somewhere make up
But
the
when
strike
you
rate
saw
and stuff.
him in the speak, he was
Yeah.
playing aggressive. That's what I'm saying. So stick to that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like you at times, yes, you have to play to the situation. People will call him out. Oh, why is he being so aggressive? He should be working the single. But I'm just saying, look at how you were at your peak and try to implement that. And if your natural game is to attack, then attack. Yes, there's certain times where the situation will demand you to be a bit slow. No problem. Magar, more often than not, he's playing the finisher role. Then just go and smash it, bro. Like go and play those aggressive shots. Then hai dusri batting aake संभाल ले सकते.
Yeah, 100%. I think I agree with that. I mean, that's what it's so vital. Like Hardik Pandya is to this Indian team, but I just don't know. It's not like he doesn't understand it. I don't know what it is. Punter says, how's Hardik as a captain? Do you see him as such a? I think I see him as a successful captain. I mean, he certainly like with Gujarat, you've seen he's had a good run. T20 wise, I'm saying I'm not saying 50 over. I'm not that like उतना भरोसा नहीं आया उस पे, but I think as a T20 captain, he knows how he's good at man management. He keeps a good environment in the dressing room, and I think I mean there are always going to be issues with changes and stuff. Chalo theek hai, but still, like if he's able to just lead by example, I think then he'll just be the perfect set.
Yeah, I think in terms of his captaincy and stuff, he doesn't he's been decent.
He's a good
been
reader
good.
of
He's
the
won
pitch.
IPL
Yeah,
as
he's a
well.
good
He
read.
reads
Yeah,
the game, and like you
yeah.
said, like youngsters को उन्हें back करता. He says it's fine. Like if you get hit, no problem. कभी कभी गुस्सा आ जाता, no problem. But the problem is, I don't see him long term because of his injury issues and his fitness. I don't see him being a long term captain, in my opinion. That's the only thing I'm going to say. But अगर उसका जो decision making and everything है, I'm not too concerned about it. I think he's done a decent job. ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. देखो इंडिया के आप कैप्टन रहेंगे तो everyone's going to feel the pressure. You're going to make mistakes. Like MS Dhoni won one World Cup. The other World Cups he was not able to win because it's Indian team. Whereas Ricky Ponting won like 2-3 World Cups, Steve Waugh won. So like for Indian captain, even like the most successful guy, he's only won 150 over World Cup, right? So it's not easy, like especially if you're an Indian captain. Yeah, he's been the most successful Indian player, but in general, it's not easy to lead India. You have a lot of pressure, a lot of things, and you will make mistakes. 100%. Rohit Sharma has made it, Virat Kohli has made it, and Hardik Pandya will also make mistakes.
100%. I think, yeah, that's a given. I mean, mistakes will be made, but the only thing is like, at least go and learn from the mistakes of the past. But wo bhi abhi at this point of time ho raha nahi. I'm talking about just about management, not captaincy per se. But this 11 is giving me anxiety. The 15-member squad for Asia Cup and World Cup is giving me anxiety.
I'm more concerned about the 50 over, man. I'm like the T20 like this. I
I
told
mean,
you,
चलो
मेरे को फर्क नहीं
ठीक है
पड़ता.
यार, ये तो youngsters है और
Yeah,
you know
I
whatever
want
it
them to
is,
make mistakes
time
now.
है. I think January February में I'll start worrying about this T20 thing. I won't care till then.
No, and the fact is they just started playing together. It's been only like 6 months, 7 months, like almost a year maybe, right? They just started playing together.
And Ego, to be honest, like what I assume, I'm not sure it's going to be 100%, but they'll probably win the series, and then you'll be like, "हाँ भाई हो गया." You'll be like,
and you want them to make, even if they lose the series, bro, it's a good check. Like this is how you're going to learn, right? It's a process. मगर World Cup का problem ये है कि हमारे को मालूम नहीं कौन खेल रहा, कौन नहीं खेल रहा, कौन injured है, कौन fit है, इनो खेल रहे, इनो कौन खेल रहे 4 पे 5 पे. आपको बैटिंग ऑर्डर नहीं मालूम. मैं पाकिस्तान का निकाल
बैटिंग ऑर्डर छोड़ो, पहले तो बुमराह की कमर सही होंगी नहीं होंगी वो भी एक प्रॉब्लम है भाई. अगर एशिया कप से पहले आयरलैंड में खुदा ना खासा कुछ हो गया, फिर बुमराह फिर एक कप गायब. आई थिंक दैट्स इट. लाइक दैट बी अ लास्ट होप टू प्ले अ वर्ल्ड कप, मैन. बिकॉज़
But you know what the problem there is, more than his injury, the problem is they're depending on him. आप वहां पे फंसने वाले हैं. If you're going to think you can't win a World Cup without
मोरल
this
कम
is
हो
what
जाएगा.
happened. अगर आप देखो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के जो वर्ल्ड कप था T20, they went with the mentality कि अगर बुमराह नहीं खेल रहा हमारे लगने वाले, वैसी छुआ. You can't go with that mentality. आर्चर नहीं था, उन लोग जीत गए भाई इंग्लैंड. He's the best bowler in the world. He's the best bowler England have. They went and won. You have to have that. Mark Wood didn't play the final first. He didn't play the final, and they won the freaking World Cup.
They won Adil Rashid. They won with Adil Rashid.
Adil Rashid, Sam Curran is your best bowler, MVP. This is what you have to do. You can't
look at Pakistan. That believe, bro. Netherlands will beat South Africa. वो believe देखो आप बोलना believe करे final में.
हाँ नहीं मगर मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ. ये हमारा mentality है, देसी mentality, especially Indian mentality कि like भाई इन्हें नहीं लग गए नहीं क्यों? जो भी है भाई उसके साथ खेलो. जो you have 3 sticks, play with those sticks, bro. It doesn't matter. You can't just go and give up because one player is not there. You understand?
Yesterday I think I saw this league in Canada, like some guys put 48, but they still lost the match. Like you shouldn't be afraid of losing as well. So I think
that's completely fine. You got an advantage. Like you saw him play good innings. He lost the game, no problem. At least he batted like he batted well. He batted well. Took the game close. हार के क्या लेना क्या? We already won a trophy. वो trophy मेरे को अभी तक मेरे घर में तो नहीं है वो trophy. क्या लूँगा मैं trophy करके? Like it doesn't really matter. It's about the process and playing. Now what I'm trying to say is also from a professional point of view. Okay, you want to win. I understand that.
Correct.
But then don't have the attitude. इन्हें नहीं है तो मैं नहीं जीत सकता क्यों?
Correct. Yeah. Dependency इतना ना करोगे फिर that subconsciously आपका मोरल टीम का खत्म हो जाएगा. As a captain आप बोलेगा मेरा मेन it's like saying कि मेरा एक ही weapon है, I don't have a plan B, and अगर plan A fail हो गया तो plan B है ही नहीं. That's the worst.
आप ऐसा सिस्टम बनाओ कि भाई बुमराह नहीं है, शमी आके निकालेगा विकेट, शमी नहीं है, अर्शदीप आके निकालेगा, उन्हें नहीं है सिराज निकालेंगे. आप ऐसा सिस्टम रखो जैसा आप जीते थे गैबा पे कौन थे भाई? ना विराट कोहली था, ना अश्विन था, ना आप वाशिंगटन सुंदर और शार्दुल ठाकुर. they're putting 100 run partnership. You tell me, this is the spirit.
अब इशू क्या है मानो, अगर अपन ना ऐसा बोलेंगे, फॉर एग्जांपल लोग अपने को पागल समझेंगे. अर्शदीप को देखो तो नो बॉल पे नो बॉल डालता है. लाइक दे स्टार्ट काउंटरिंग अगेंस्ट द छोटूस, जो ऑलरेडी प्रूवन एंड टेस्टेड है. हमेशा उस पर भरोसा रहेगा ही. फॉर एग्जांपल लाइक ऑस्ट्रेलिया की मेंटालिटी अलग है, बिकॉज़ देयर ऑलवेज कॉन्फिडेंस हाई, ईगो हाई कि भाई हम ही हैं. लाइक इंग्लैंड हैव दैट मेंटालिटी ऑफ नॉट. इंडिया का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? वी स्लॉटर आवर ओन सेल्फ. विल बी लाइक लेट्स से बुमराह आज लग गया, अब शामी बुड्ढा है, शामी वाइड डाल दे, अरे वाइड डाल रहा, देखो मैं बोला इसको नहीं कर. तो लाइक वी ट्यून टू थिंक लाइक दैट कि भाई अरे यार अगर बेस्ट
भाई देखो वो इंग्लैंड में भी होता है. लाइक अब लोग पहले तो जो मैचेस हार रहे थे, जो हारे थे, पीटरसन आके गिन दिया था, राइट? ये क्या है बैटिंग, दिस इज चाइल्डिश, ये वो. ही वेंट क्रेजी ऑन देम. वो तो हर कंट्री में होता है. द क्रिटिसिज्म विल हैपन, बट एज अ टीम हाउ डिड इंग्लैंड स्टे स्ट्रांग? इंडिया हैव टू बी लाइक दैट. दे हैव टू बैक whoever is available. And Hardik Pandya, that's one thing I'll praise him. Like I'm a big criticizer of him, but what I praise him is that he backs his players. उमरान वाले पिट गया ठीक है मैं खिलाऊंगा उसको. तो it's like that. Like you need to back your players, and if one player is not available, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Even if 3 are not available. आप कल को क्या करेंगे अगर विराट कोहली इंजर्ड हो गया? What do you pick up the phone, you say Shubman, you're batting at number 3, we're going to win this World Cup. That's the mentality you have to have inside. Yeah, whatever it is, you have to have the mentality inside. Forget what
Yeah.
I'm saying, what you're saying. As the cricket thing, you always have to believe कि भाई हम किसी टीम के साथ जीते. मगर मेरे को ऐसा दिख रहा था, it became very obvious in the last World Cup, T20 World Cup, कि
वो
भाई
हो या
बुमराह के बिना हम नहीं जीत सकते. Like that's the message I was getting, because उसको बार
हालांकि
बार
आप
लेके आ
देखो
रहे थे,
अपन
वो इंजर हो रहा था.
सेमीफाइनल तक तो पहुंच गए थे, सेमीफाइनल के बाद लगे जो भी लाने लगे. लाइक सेमीफाइनल स्टिल अ बिग अचीवमेंट. आई मीन यस, कंसिडरिंग आईसीसी एंड आवर टीम वी शुड ऑलवेज रीच सेमीफाइनल्स एंड स्टफ, बट it was still like chalo one step away from finals, but
Yeah, but
again it
first
was
2019 we lost the semi-final.
in the
Bumrah was
semi-final.
playing.
Yeah,
2017 we lost
17.
because of Bumrah. He hit the ball that no ball in
Yeah,
the Fakhar
Fakhar.
Zaman one, right? So like that's what I'm saying. We've lost with him too. It's not like he's gonna come and win you the whole championship. He's a big factor. He can help. There will be
Yeah,
spells where he'll win you matches. I agree with that. But if he's not available, what can you do? आप कुछ नहीं कर
but
सकते. You have to
I
back on
think
other players.
given the last year we've realized how to play without Bumrah, because we've played mostly 8-9 months without Bumrah. So I think कहीं
Yeah,
ना
so
कहीं अब
hopefully
Bumrah का
that
फैक्टर
helps.
उतना नहीं दिख रहा, because भाई इसका तो रोज का टाइप हो गया. लाइक अरे
मगर
इसका तो
बैक
रोज
ऑफ द
का है.
माइंड यही है कि उन्हें वर्ल्ड कप में रहेंगे, राइट? बैक ऑफ द रोहित शर्मा का माइंड तो यही चल रहा. ऐसा अभी तो ये बायलैटरल है, इट्स ओके, राइट लोड राइट लोड राइट लोड. बैक ऑफ द माइंड ये है कि भाई उन्हें अवेलेबल रहेगा मेरे लिए वर्ल्ड कप में, मेरे को इससे यॉर्कर रन दिलवाना है.
फॉर मी पर्सनली आई थिंक अभी रोहित शर्मा का मेन बॉलर इज मोहम्मद सिराज, बिकॉज सिराज जिस तरीके से इज कंसिस्टेंट एंड इंजरी फ्री, आई थिंक रोहित शर्मा हैज मोर कॉन्फिडेंस इन सिराज देन जस्ट बिकॉज ही ऑलरेडी मुंबई इंडियन में भी उन्हें वही धोखा खा लिया कि नहीं है जसप्रीत बुमराह. सो आई थिंक रोहित शर्मा एक्लेमेटाइज कर लिया दिमाग से, भाई अगर ये नहीं रहा तो मैं तो सिराज और शमी बेस्ट है भाई अभी के लिए. सो आई थिंक आदत हो गई, बोलते ना लाइक 9 months विदाउट जसप्रीत बुमराह का आ गया तो प्लस है, नहीं आया तो चलो कोई नहीं, वैसा हो गया.
Yeah,
आई
and
थिंक
uska jo role hai, you try and in your practice games, in your nets and everything, you try to ask one bowler to come and execute that. For example, when Archer was not there, Sam Curran ko taiyar kari, even though uske paas na pace hai, na height hai Archer ki, na bounce hai, na kuch hai, but he was trained to bowl in the death over, especially using the big boundaries in Australia.
Yeah.
And he executed it. So that's what you have to do. Like आप ठाकुर को दे दो, आप सिराज को दे दो, शमी को, जो भी जिसको भी दे रहे, you give them responsibility. Sir, भाई बुमराह नहीं है, doesn't matter. You're the one who's going to bowl me in the death. You will make mistakes, no problem. I will back you. आप ही जिताएंगे हमारे को वर्ल्ड कप. ऐसा अगर आप mentality रखेंगे, then you have better chances. Because देखो हार, there's no guarantee you will win with Bumrah. There's no guarantee you will win without Bumrah. Right? ऐसा नहीं कि बुमराह तो आप पूरा वर्ल्ड कप जीतने वाले.
वो भी ट्रायल एंड टेस्टेड हो गया ना, लाइक 2017 2000, like you already know, like it's not will always like thing again.
There's no guarantee, right?
बॉलिंग स्टेप अप हो गई तो बैटिंग स्टेप अप नहीं होती, बैटिंग स्टेप अप हो गई तो बॉलिंग स्टेप अप नहीं होता. इट्स ऑलवेज गोना बी दैट.
If you train your mind and you train and you tell the players and everything, at least they will play with more freedom, more than anything else. Like Rohit Sharma himself, if he can say that it's okay, he's not there, let's go, we can still win this. If he gives that confidence to his players, then they will also come charging in. Siraj jaan dal denga uske liye, unhe Shami bhi, Thakur bhi, and you will see results. And then you have spinners too. You're playing in India, right?
Which is sad to see. आप देखो शार्दुल ठाकुर 22 विकेट से ले आए जब से, like he's been one of the, and after that कुलदीप भाई, शार्दुल ठाकुर का उतना नाम अभी भी उछल रहा नहीं. लाइक आप देख अभी भी no one's confident like शार्दुल ठाकुर कुछ करेंगे and stuff like that. But if you see his numbers, he's been astonishing last year.
Yeah, so you utilize him, right? Like ठीक है उन्हें expensive है, उन्हें पिट सकता है, no problem, but he is a wicket taking bowler for you. So you utilize him because Bumrah is not there. You have to go with him thing, and then give him confidence. Tell him you're also going to play an important role with the bat. ठीक है, चलो जाओ और खेलो, and then देखेंगे. So that's what I'm saying. Like whatever. My main thing is आप जाके confidence के साथ खेलो. That's it. हार गए तो हार गए. I know it's very easy for me to say that, and they're not going to do that because there's too much pressure. Because there's a billion people, and a lot of them, maybe 80% are against. They don't think like me, and they don't think like you. Everyone thinks differently, and people want results. So I understand that, but at the same time, if you can implement this, you will get the results. That's what I'm saying. Like England have been, and I'm not someone who's made this up. England have been an example for us.
But again it was a process, and England had to take the hard route, and then कहीं ना कहीं आदत जब हो जाती पब्लिक को, जब तक you have to just be like stone hearted and blind and just keep going your path, and then eventually you'll reach to that horizon जो भी बोला. But अभी के हिसाब से तो खैर there's 3 days for India, 2 days, I think 6 को है next T20I against West Indies. So it's gonna be fun. I think they're traveling to another जगह, what is that place? Yeah, Ireland. I think the next next T20 is in another ground. It's not in this ground, so that's good to know. I mean, it'll be in a different pitch, so hopefully it'll be something different.
It's in Providence.
So so Providence. It's in Providence.
Yeah, Providence.
ये कौन सी जगह है भाई Providence? But yeah,
T20.
Yeah, so that's on the 6th. So we will be coming back for that. Kal bhi dekhte hain. We will come back live tomorrow, probably recap a few 100 games, few Lanka Premier League games. Babar Azam smashing another 59, I think, in the third or fourth game for the Colombo Strikers. He's something else at this point of time right now, man. You guys are underestimating the power of Bobby, man. He's going to win it. तुम नहीं
Bobby
समझ रहे
तो
यार. He's going to win it, bro.
फॉ-
He's he's going to be
फॉर्म
Chan
में
Nawab in
भाई
Hyderabad. Chan Nawab में.
फॉर्म में
But
उन्हें मैं वही देख रहा था 100 का भी वुमेन्स का नहीं वो ये बारिश हो गई मेंस का बर्मिंघम वाला 84 फॉर
Peaky
5 थे इन
Blinders.
लोग बेन डकेट वाज बैटिंग अब इन्हें खेल रहा है सीधा एशेस से 100
पैसे होना भाई
शायद
सबको.
0 पे आउट हो गया
Mm.
bro Faz Matthew short bowls too huh he picked up a couple
Yeah,
wickets look
yeah,
at this 10 balls 9 runs 2 wickets not bad.
Oh, crazy. 10 balls.
Yeah, and I just remembered I was trying to ask you, and it's not called an over; it's called a set because it's 5 balls.
It's a
So
set,
he's finished.
it's a 5
It's
balls.
called a set. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like 10 balls कैसा डाला बोल के उन्हें, but then yeah.
तो क्या होता 5 बॉल आप डाल सकते हैं 1 bowler is allowed to bowl 10 in a row.
Oh, okay.
शाहीन कल 10 डाला था उसके
ये glorified गली cricket है यार, ये समझ के
Yeah,
बाहर है. But it's fun. It's interesting concept. I think I like the concept. I probably get used to watching it very soon. Because I didn't know it was like the 100. I thought it was just like another then I confused myself with the Vitality Blast that came a few
yeah,
months
I know
ago.
that finished.
Yeah, that was not the 100, right? That was just called the Vitality
Yeah,
Blast.
that was the
T20.
T20 league that finished.
Yeah.
Everything the NatWest Vitality, the Ashes, they finished everything so that they can have the 100.
I think it's exciting. I think it's energetic and fun. 100 balls. It's not that long to even sit. I think कितना है 100 balls कितने time? 1 घंटे में खत्म हो जाता होगा match. 1.5 hours.
Two and a half
200
hours.
balls है 120 balls 100. Yeah, 2
Wait,
hours.
2.5 3 hours हो जाता है almost.
So but it's fun, like the concept and excitement. It's like you just get a number of balls, maro, like baseball type of cricket, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. We'll be back very soon with more cricket content and stuff. World Cup schedule abhi aane ka hai. Second T20 आने का है फिर. I think लंका प्रीमियर लीग है 100 है तो काफी कंटेंट है, काफी क्रिकेट अभी भी अलाइव है. Just an update, South Zone did manage to win today, the Deodar trophy against East Zone by 48 runs. So that was what was happening today in the morning. Rohan Kunnamal 107 was the player of the match, and the player of the series surprisingly was Riyan Parag for 11 wickets and 354 runs.
Wow.
So that was a good achievement for Riyan Parag personally.
He scored 95 today, right?
Yeah, he scored a 95 or 65.
They kept them alive. I think him and the Kumar Kushkara, they kept them alive in the chase.
Yeah, Kumar Kushkara, yeah.
उसके बाद उन लोग वो कर दिया. But इन्हें भी Mayank Agarwal with the 52.
Mayank Agarwal 63. Yeah, he can't clear the boundary in T20, but I don't know how he's doing it here. But it's interesting.
नहीं यहाँ पे भी आप देखो 63 कितने बॉल में मारा.
भैया ने सौरभ तिवारी अभी भी है. सौरभ तिवारी bro, he's a legend. Where did he go away, bro?
अभी भी है, कैप्टन है उन्हें. बट देखो कितने बॉल में मारा है मयंक अग्रवाल.
83 balls,
yeah 75 strike rate.
Yeah, if only managed to do that 10-20% in IPL, some difference would have been made. But yeah, I mean that also wraps up the Deodar trophy. But yes, we will be back with you guys. Abhi to ijaazat lenge, and yes, stay tuned, like, subscribe, share, and keep watching cricket. Thank you.